Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving into a case that shows how a simple act of paying for fuel turned into a legal storm. Brett Chamberlain offers a £100 Royal Mint coin at Tesco, perfectly legal tender, yet staff refuse it and call police. This opening moment sets the stage for confusion, ignorance, and a chain of mistakes that will expose how authority can twist simple law into chaos.
Hands over the coins as tender.
Yep.
Obviously it is legal tender, you are correct.
Yep.
But as Sainsbury's, we aren't obliged to take that because we aren't able to bank that here. So unfortunately we will have to ask for some other means of payment to purchase that fuel.
What do you think legal tender actually means?
Pardon?
What do you think legal tender means?
I'm not into a debate about that. We're not accepting that as a tender here. It's a private company.
So you accept it as legal tender?
Yeah, but we can't bank that here. We don't have the means to bank it, so we don't accept it.
That's not my problem if you can't bank it, is it?
Well, yeah, but we don't accept it.
Well, you already have.
No, we haven't. You just put it down.
No, I gave it to the lady and she put it in her hand.
So, have you got any other means of payment?
That is my means of payment.
So, have you not got any other means?
But that is my means of payment.
Well, and we can't accept that means.
Alright, guys, here's where the real conflict begins. Brett calmly insists his coin is legal tender, but the staff argue otherwise, blocking payment and escalating tension. You can feel the disbelief as he stands firm on his rights while employees treat him like he's breaking the law. This isn't just about money, it's about principle, and the first cracks in logic start to show.
Have you got another means of payment, or do we just need to process it as a civil recovery issue?
Well, I've paid.
Well, we haven't accepted it.
You don't need to. Well, you have accepted it. Well, I haven't got the money, have I? You've got the money.
Well, we can give it back to you.
Well, I don't want it back. Are you a police officer?
Yes.
Right, can you identify yourself, please? What number are you?
1866, Bridgewater Police Station.
Mrs. Bradshaw, Miss Bradshaw.
That's correct. Miss.
Hi, Miss.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So they've asked for another form of payment because
Yeah.
they can't accept this form. Have you got another form of payment on you?
That is my payment.
Right, okay, but that's not tender that they can accept.
Yes, it is.
They're asking for another form
Yes,
of
it
payment.
is. Let me explain something to you. When you was training to be a police officer at the beginning, yeah, you swore an oath, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember what the first sentence of the oath was? It was to serve the Queen faithfully.
Correct.
Right. Now those coins are legal tender by royal proclamation of the Queen herself.
Okay.
Right. She's authorised within the legislation for the Royal Mint to create those coins, and when she proclaimed them to be legal tender, she said that they are legal tender for payment throughout the United Kingdom.
Now watch this, because here's where authority steps in and makes it worse. The officer arrives, but instead of upholding the law, she echoes Tesco's stance, claiming Brett can't pay that way. Brett reminds her that her oath is to the Crown, the very institution that minted the coin. It's an incredible standoff, law versus ignorance, where those meant to enforce justice clearly don't understand it.
They've allowed me to take goods, and then pay after the event. Yep. When the fuel goes into my vehicle, it becomes my fuel, but then it becomes a debt. Okay, now the whole point of legal tender is that you can use it to pay a debt. As the Queen said, it's for payment throughout the United Kingdom. Okay. So they don't have to accept it, and if they was to give it back to me, it would negate the debt. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's not a police matter; it's a civil dispute. So really, you know, I mean, really, you should be telling them that it's a civil dispute.
I've just spoken to them and said about the document whereby you can come back and pay within 24 hours. They're saying that they don't want to accept the tender that you've given them. Is there an alternative method?
I'm not going to pay in any other way. I've already paid. Okay, and regarding that document, it's called a no means to pay document, isn't it? Right, I'm not filling out a no means to pay document when I have got the means to pay and I've paid. It's almost like an acceptance that I haven't got the means to pay when I have.
Here the officer tries a new tactic. She tells Brett to sign a no means to pay form, even though he's already offered legal tender. Brett refuses, exposing how this document would turn a lawful act into an admission of guilt. His calm, logical defense contrasts sharply with the officer's confusion. This moment highlights how quickly authority leans on paperwork instead of truth.
Can I take your name, please?
No. Oh, yes you will, because I'm driving.
Sorry?
Yes you can, because I'm driving. Sorry. There you go. Although technically, parked up on private land. I'll be going soon, as soon as I've finished dealing with it.
Is that the money?
No, I don't want that. If you give it back, then it goes to debt. Did you see that, officer? Officer?
Yes,
I've paid and she's thrown the money back in.
They've asked for another form of
No,
payment.
she's thrown the money back in.
Okay.
Do you understand? Can you explain to them that then negates the debt? You can't pay someone and then they just throw the money back at you.
Do the paperwork.
Do you want to remind them of that?
There, so that's the details of the transactions there, okay?
Ma'am, can you show it to me? I paid it though.
Yeah, but it's unacceptable tender.
Officer, did you witness them give me the coins back, didn't you? And when I have paid, yeah?
I've witnessed them give you the coins back. I've also witnessed them say that it's unacceptable tender. They're not willing to accept it. Therefore, they've asked for another form of payment. You haven't provided it, so that's hence why they're giving you the form.
Well, I don't want...
This part shows how absurd things get. Staff throw Brett's coin back into his car, literally returning payment after he settled his debt. The officer does nothing, standing by his logic collapses. Brett points out that once payment is offered and refused, the debt ends. It's a brilliant yet frustrating moment where common sense should prevail, but doesn't.
Can you give these coins back to her, or can you keep them as evidence?
I'm not giving the coins back.
Well, you do realise it negates the debt anyway.
They haven't accepted
Well, I don't want that either, and that's nothing to do with me. I would like a receipt though, please.
You've been
I'll
served.
give you a receipt. The transaction's still outstanding, I'm sorry.
Do they have to give me a receipt for VAT purposes?
You haven't paid
I have
because
paid.
they haven't accepted the tender.
I have paid. They had it in their hand. They threw it back in the car.
Okay, but they
you
haven't
witnessed they
accepted,
threw it
they
back
haven't
in.
accepted the tender, so therefore there isn't a
So
payment.
it's for, as I said to you earlier, the Queen said that
I
these...
understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
and you've obviously done your research.
Yeah.
What they're saying is it's not acceptable form of tender. They're not accepting it, therefore the debt hasn't been paid.
But you're an officer of the law, aren't you? You're a sergeant or just a PC?
PC. Hence why they've given you this, because they want you to pay in another acceptable form of tender.
So what do you think, if they said that they didn't want to accept a £50 note and threw the £50 notes back in, yeah, and then gave me that, would you think that's reasonable?
Well, you
Or £20
have to
notes.
offer another form of payment.
Pay attention here. This is where the case explodes. Brett spots his personal details printed on a no means to pay form he never signed. The officer admits sharing that info with the store, a clear data breach under GDPR. Instead of correcting her mistake, she doubles down. This is the turning point where a civil misunderstanding becomes a full-blown legal disaster.
So say I had 50s and £20 notes, okay, and I went in there to pay them, and they said, "Oh, sorry, we don't accept those," right? Yeah, but even though this is theoretical, yeah, we don't accept those, and I say, well, I've paid, and I've left the money on the counter, and they came and threw them back in the car, would you still be saying that it's up to me to pay in some other way?
But they just said that's an acceptable form of tender.
Yeah, but it's not down to them as to whether it's acceptable or not, it's down to the state.
They don't deem that acceptable.
It's down to the state, it's not for
Okay,
them to
right.
choose.
Well, they've served you with this, they haven't accepted payment.
I don't want that, that's nothing to do with me.
Right, okay, well you've seen it, she's showing you it,
Yep.
okay?
I don't know what it is, I don't even know what it is. What is it?
It's
I haven't
because
signed any. What is it? A no means to pay form or something like that? Why? How did they get my details? Did you give them my details?
Because you've given me your details.
Right, that's against the law. It's a breach of my personal data. You should not have done
haven't
that.
paid.
You have not. You should not
haven't
have done that.
You haven't paid.
You know that. You should not have done that.
You haven't paid.
This final part brings it all home. Brett files a complaint, but police excuse the officer, brushing aside clear misconduct. He stands firm, exposing how accountability gets buried behind excuses. It ends with a powerful message. Know your rights, question authority, and never back down when you're right. If you found this breakdown valuable, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.